the source of every great idea. Would you not agree? When it occurred to me, one of the places, it occurred to me, oh my gosh, I'm speaking tomorrow. And that's when the titanic struggle began. The soothing, warm water versus the tension of the anticipation of needing to prepare a speech. Now this is my icebreaker, so I thought, I can do this, it's just about me. I can do it, so in 7 words or less, who am I? And I immediately thought of a phrase that I've used for about 20 years to describe myself. I am a people-oriented analyst. A people-oriented analyst. I mean, doesn't that just sound like something an over-analytical person would say? Beep, 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 bop. I am people-oriented. I mean, doesn't it just sound like that? This is an actual conversation that took place in my home not more than 2 weeks ago. Marcy, I think the president that I'm most like is Dwight Eisenhower. Eric, that tells me everything I need to know about you. Not that I know anything about Dwight Eisenhower, my wife said, but the fact that you do, and that you know enough about all the presidents to be able to compare and contrast them, and that you're able to compare and contrast them with your own life. That tells me everything I need to know, Marcy said. This really became clear to me how much time I spend in my head. 2 years ago, I was helping my mom clean out her house. My dad had passed away a year and a half earlier, and she was moving out of the house in which they had lived for 40 years. And my sister Sue and I, we tag teamed on Mom. And we'd go down into the basement, and we'd open that box and pull out my dad's Army manual from 1956. Dusty and yellow with a green web binding on it. And my sister Sue would say, Mom, tell me about this. Well, I grabbed the box and carried it out to the dumpster. And that was how we managed to get Mom's house empty. We just saved one of everything, and everything else went out to the dumpster. And I felt really angry about this. Dad, why would you save all this crap that now I have to throw away? And I realized that my dad was very hands-on. For him, I think he felt most alive when he was touching the world, and all these things that he could touch helped him to remember. And I realized for me, what helps me to remember is my journal. I write down my thoughts, and I've got it. So I've got 3 or 4 or 5 journals. That's everything that's valuable to me. The rest of it can all burn as far as I'm concerned, but that's because it's all up here. And as much time as I spend over here in my head, I also spend time over here in my heart. And I love connecting with people. And I love building rapport and trust. And I'm in real estate. I'm a realtor. And that's my favorite part of my job, is to meet new people and to build trust with them. I remember at the end of 2013, I got an email from Brenda. Brenda said, my friend needs some help with real estate. She's going to give you a call. Now this isn't that unusual, Sean, to get referrals. If you treat people well, they'll treat you well. The thing that was unusual about Brenda was how we got to meet. Brenda was divorced, and she and her ex fought about everything. In fact, they fought about who was going to list their house. And they had to go to court in order to decide that. And she lost and got to work with me. And as I was standing in her kitchen of this giant 6,000 square foot house on a 1 acre lot, we were standing in front of the kitchen island with this slab of granite that was at least half an acre. And Brenda told me in words that are not appropriate for a Toastmasters meeting, what she thought about her husband, and what she thought about the judge, and what she thought about me, and what a bunch of idiots we all were. And to move from there to a place where Brenda could feel enough trust that she could refer me to a friend and say, I know you'll take good care of her. To me, that was a huge win. I got the chill right now just thinking about how fun and exciting that was for me. Let me just wrap up with a couple of details. I'm 57 years old. I'm married. Marcy and I have been married for 32 years. Our anniversary's coming up in June. We have 3 children. Kimberly's 30. She lives in Washington, D.C. And Tegan is my middle kid. She lives in Portland, Oregon. She's 27. And my son, Matt, lives here in town. He's 25. I've been in Toastmasters for 4.5 years. I did just finish my Advanced Communicator Gold. So now, it's back to the beginning. Here I am, back at my icebreaker. And I'm really looking forward to working through this process again. The reason I come to Toastmasters is because I love to be around people that are interested in growing and improving and being better whoever they are. And you all inspire me in that, and that's why I love to come. And I'm going to continue to do so. So I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster.